It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Raiders and the Texans.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Brown. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this is what I'm trying to cover. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brown from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Brown. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow developing, and they shut that one down into a game.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? As that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. but he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Back to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. The Texans at 6-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running down.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On second down, Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Brown on third down. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting and said, hey, we can capitalize.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
A.J. Cole in punt formation for the Raiders.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
2nd and 6. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Here's Brown on first down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Off play action. Brown. Throw left side complete. That's Wallace. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to run the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Brown now to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. Down to about the 22 here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Operating from the gun. Brown forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Brown. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Alex Highsmith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got Harris running the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his target, Harris. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. to throw again.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Down inside the 10.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Kadarius Toney.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Brown.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49.
Brown to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
For many people, it's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. For so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Brown looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Brown. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown. And he'll find Pittman. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's Brown throwing on first down. It's caught. It's Miller. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 9-yard line.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Brown now to throw on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
First down, pick up the 25.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And here comes the Texans now. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd and 2. It's brought in by Harris. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. York on now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Brown on 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Gain of 6. That's another.
On 1st down, Brown. And he's able to find Wallace. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
To number 85. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw on 2nd down, Brown. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a couple of the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown receiver. Ball's put on him. 2 points for them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to Tony. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 1. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
He's brought down to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage? Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Shifts by him, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 79 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, so this is a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down. Brown. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 6 yards left on second down. Operating from the gun. Brown. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Here's Brown on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Brown now to throw on second down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Many different ways to create space. He did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Brings up third and 3.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll find Pittman. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Tackling Peoples-Jones with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Now Brown throwing on first down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Going on the ground with Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Brown
connects with Peoples-Jones.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Jacobs going to try the middle. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Houston set to take over.
They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Now a give here to Pollard.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders heading out to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Brown looking to throw on 2nd down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
On 1st and 10, Brown got his man there. It's Wallace complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, if ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for Las Vegas,
the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.